For example 5, we are going to write the equation of a line with the given points. For example A, we know that the x-intercept is at -2 and the y-intercept is at -3. So if we think about this format for a line, we know that we can plug -3 in here for b, but we don't have our slope yet. So let's do some side work to calculate the slope. The slope is going to be -3 minus 0, subtracting our y values, over 0 plus, I should write this as a minus -2, subtracting our x values. So we're getting -3 over +2 as our slope. So I'll put -3 over 2 times x, and then we'll write f of x equals, let's move this down here. So we think that this is the equation of our line that passes through the points -2, 0, and 0, -3. Let's go to Desmos and see if this matches up with what we're seeing. So we came up with the equation y is -3/2 x minus 3, which is this line here. And we can see that the point -2, 0 is on the line. That was one of the points we were given. And the other point we were given was 0, -3, and both of those points are on the line. All right, let's go back and do another example. So in the second example, letter B here, we're not given the y-intercept, so we've got to do a little bit of additional work. Let's start by finding the slope. Let's do 10 minus 4 over 4 minus 2, which is 6 over 2, or 3. We think our slope is going to be 3 for this problem. Since we don't know the y-intercept, what we'll do is we'll use one of these points, let's just use the first one, and we'll plug it into the equation y equals mx plus b. I'm going to plug 3 in for the slope. That's what I found a minute ago. For y and x, I'm going to use that point. So I'm going to put 4 here. That's the y-coordinate of the point that I have. And I'm going to put 2 here. And then what we'll do is we'll figure out what b is by solving this equation. So I have that 4 minus 6 is equal to b. So we think that -2 is equal to b. So then our overall equation will be f of x equals, what was m? 3x minus 2. All right, let's go to Desmos and check that that is going through the points as well. So the line that we came up with was y equals 3x minus 2. Here's that line. And then the points that we were given were 2, 4, that's on the line, and the other one was 4, 10. I have to scroll down here. And there's the other point. Both of those points are on the line, so that's how we know we found the correct equation. For example, C, we'll start again by calculating the slope. So m is -3 minus a -3. Notice that both of our y-coordinates are the same here. And then we'll do -2 minus 5. This is going to be 0 over -7. Because we're getting a slope of 0, we know that this is a horizontal line. And horizontal lines, we use the y-coordinate as the number to denote. So we think that this equation is going to be f of x equals -3. Another way to think about that is that y is always equal to -3 regardless of what the x coordinates are, and we can see that in the two points that we had to start with. We think the line here is y equals -3, which is down here, and the points we were given were 5, -3, and -3, -3. So that makes sense based on the picture here. All right, for the last example, let's find the slope between these 2 points. Let's see, 2 minus 4 over 5 minus negative 1. So that's negative 2 over 5 plus 1, which is 6, or negative 1/3. All right, similar to example B, we don't know what the y-intercept is, and so we're going to have to calculate it. Let's use the first point and plug it into y equals mx plus b, and we'll try to figure out what b is. We'll put 4 for y. For m, we're going to put negative 1/3, and for x, we're going to put negative 1. All right, so we are getting 4 equals, this is going to change to a positive 1/3, and then we'll subtract 1/3 from both sides. If you plug that into a calculator, you'll get that b is equal to 11 over 3. So we think that our formula, our function, is going to be f of x equals, let's see, m was negative 1/3, and then we're getting plus 11 over 3 as our y-intercept. We'll go to Desmos and check that. So for this last example, the equation we got was negative 1/3 x plus 11 over 3. The points we were given were negative 1, 4, that is on the line, and the other point was 5, 2. Again, we are just coming to Desmos. It's not required, but it's helpful to check your answers and making sure that the final equation that you get does include the points that you started with.